Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Married at First Sight, season 17, episode 16. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. Listen, y'all, we are almost at the end of the road. This is episode 16. They're down to the retreat. Nothing significant has happened. Let's head to decision day already. My God. Day 4 of marriage. Michael and Chloe. So they're still in Colorado Springs down the street, waking up after their dinner last night. Chloe actually slept, so I guess that's progress. They're talking about her being open enough to share how she was feeling and being vulnerable and letting him in. Michael is such an empathetic, sweet guy. He really, really wants this to work. He really wants this to work. I think that first time affected him more than he's letting on or more than he's realizing. Because some of the scenes, I catch him kind of bending a little bit more than I think he should, but we'll get into that. So she was just saying, that once they get to the shared apartment, she's going to be able to breathe. He said, well, look, I may need to lean on you a little bit because I've only ever lived in one place. So this is going to be new for me and you. 15 days until decision day, Becca and Austin. So they're packing for the couples retreat, even though there are only 2 couples and a possible. Child, is it one couple and a possible? Honey, I don't know. Everybody's on their own. So Becca is getting all excited because she thinks she's going to Pound Town. Ma'am. ma'am. The furthest you're going is wherever that retreat is. You will not be seeing Pound Town. Now, whatever town that retreat is in is what you shall see. And that's it. Austin is not going to do it, baby. When I say he's not going to do it, he is not going to do it. Then they pan over to Claire. She's doing a mini cam about Cam not being at this couple's retreat. Girl, bye. Moving forward. Emily and Brennan. So they're also ready to hit the road for the trip. Emily is like, you know what? I'm feeling blah about Brennan. I don't even care at this point. I'm just ready to go hang out in the house, have some fun, and do me. Girl, it's about time. It's about damn time. It is about time that you do something for you because he don't give a damn. So, baby, everyone's on the road. Austin is telling Becca he's most excited to see Michael and Chloe. Not you're not most excited to spend some one-on-one time with your wife, but you're more excited to see Michael and Chloe. Okay. Becca, on the other hand, says she's excited for the possibility of intimacy, even though if I were her, I wouldn't hold my breath. Okay? Don't get your hopes up. It ain't gonna happen, Captain. Emily and Brennan. They're riding. They're getting it. They're ready to go to the retreat. They're being Emily and Brennan. Both are a pain. Now they're a pain on the road. Chloe and Michael. So they make it to the shared apartment, right? So they scoping out the scene, looking around at the closets. Michael's biggest concern was the closet space. So she gave him the walk-in, even though I feel like she was a little bit annoyed and she kind of had an attitude. She was like, welcome home, Michael. You can have the walk-in. Welcome home. I was like, oh, is that what you're giving? They sit down. She spaced out. They start talking about decor. Michael wants to hang his canvases all over the living room, and she's just looking like she's looking straight through him. I said, oh, hey, baby, this is going to be an eclectic mess. Do you hear me? Michael is talking, but I am sure all Chloe hears is, it's giving very much Charlie Brown's teacher. That damn Michael know he can talk, can't he? I feel like Chloe does not want to hear nothing that he has to say at all. And as soon as I wrote that down, she gets in the confessional and says, you know what? After a trip, I just like to decompress. Yeah, and I just want to go home and basically sit in silence. But now we have to decompress together. So there's that. Strike 2 for the experts, honey. Strike 2. This is ridiculous. She wants him to shut the hell up, and he wants to talk about his art collection. I can tell he getting on her nerves, honey. He is getting on her central nervous system, and she ain't fooling me. Over on the other side, the first people to arrive to the retreat were Becca and Austin. The Airbnb belongs to a famous football player. I don't know who it is. I can't remember. Austin was excited, but Becca was like, does this make you want to get into it or not? Are you ready to get into it? If you're going to get into it before anybody else gets here or what? He was like, wow, way to be excited for me. Sir, you don't own the home. I didn't know she had to be excited for you staying at the same damn Airbnb that everybody else is. Boy, if you don't hang your hat and hush. Emily and Brennan get their next. He could not wait to say, separate rooms. Ew. Okay. I don't know what else to say. I don't know how else to explain it. My vocabulary is dwindling by the episode. Ew is all I could muster up. Why did you think it was necessary to tell her separate rooms? Y'all probably sleep in separate rooms at the shared apartment. So what made you think that this would be any different? So after finding out that Brennan wanted separate rooms and absolutely nothing to do with Emily, she's sitting with Becca and she's telling her, you know what? I was like, he wants separate rooms. Cool. Because I was basically looking for you to bunk with you. I was like, okay, well, I can just bunk with Becca. That's fine. And they kind of started laughing a little bit. It shouldn't have been a surprise that he wanted separate rooms because it damn sure wasn't a surprise to me. Emily is trying to sleep head to foot with Becca. And Becca is over there thinking, I'm planning on getting into it. You can't sleep with me. Oh, child. So they're both sitting there hoping to get lucky. And child, good luck. You might as well take them bunk beds because neither one of y'all gonna be touched, honey. It's giving never been kissed. Shout out to Drew Barrymore. Moving forward. Another episode with Orion on my screen. The way in which I frown when he comes around, honey. Oh, child, is just too much. This just proves how far this show has fallen from grace. Because since when do the singles show up? Not only the singles, but singles that decided to divorce week 1. They didn't even leave the honeymoon good before he had created this entire narrative of Lauren. Like, how do you get to come to the retreat? Say what now? So he's telling them that the wedding was the first time that he had seen Lauren in a long time, the first time they had spoken since everything happened, as it should be. He's like, I'm just hoping that we can be civil. She's always civil with you no matter what. She's better than me. I do not know how she does it. Because the way that I would have an attitude every time you even so much as inhaled. So Claire is arriving. And it wouldn't be an episode without her saying, Cameron is recovering. I just feel so bad because I'm out here in the real world and Cameron is recovering. Girl, we get it. But Cam ain't thinking about you. I just got to break it to you, Claire. He does not want to hear from you. Meanwhile, Austin is more excited about all the fun amenities like the arcade games, the basketball hoop, the half basketball court. Baby, he don't care nothing about Becca or this retreat. So they freshen up, they come down for dinner because everybody's made it with the exception of Lauren. Now, Michael and Chloe are going to be joining them on Sunday because they have to go through the steps. So they get down there, they sit at the table, they make a toast. Then Lauren arrives looking somber. Ma'am, pick your face up before you walk in because this should be a distant memory at this point. Don't even worry about him. She's outside talking in the confessional, talking about, he said he wanted to be friends. And I mean, what he needs to understand is that if you want to be a friend, you have to put in the effort. Girl, why would you want to be a friend with somebody like that? Are you hard up for friends? I know you don't want to take him home as no consolation prize. Baby, please let him be a distant memory. And I hope you get activated down to that reunion. Moving forward. Now, she did say that she was not looking for anything from or with him. So that's good. I was like, all right, now be cordial and lock your door before you go to sleep. Orion might want to visit and chat about where you are now. I could just see him. She rolls over and he's sitting at the damn foot of her bed talking about, Lauren, are you sleeping? Hey, I wanted to talk and see where we are now. I'm asleep. That's where I was. I was in dreamland until you came and sat at the foot of my damn bed. So Lauren, lock your door so that you do not have to see Orion, okay, in the midnight hour. They're basically having a cash trip at this point because there is nothing couples about it. So they're all happy about being there. Emily is like, I booked ATVs for just me and Brennan. So then Austin says, I hope you both crash. Now, let me tell you why I didn't think that was funny. And it didn't age well. I do not like people speaking things like that over me. Don't be just saying any old thing because words have life. You can speak life or death into a situation. Don't speak over me talking about you hope I crash. Like, no, don't do that. Why would you even say that? So Emily's like, no, don't say that. You know about my history and my track record. So Claire and Lauren, they're stating the obvious about how this isn't much of a couples retreat, but just a retreat. Y'all need a therapist. If this is going to be a retreat and none of y'all are together, you need a therapist, and have somebody sit down and talk to y'all, because this has been a lot. You got Cameron in the hospital. Austin is avoiding all things Becca. Chloe, she doesn't really like Michael, but she's pretending on camera. Brennan is another one of the great pretenders. Then you have Emily, who is clueless. Oh, as if honey's giving very much Alicia Silverstone, her and her tape ins, her clip ins, her micro links. It is just a ball of confusion. And not to mention Claire, the in-house therapist that keeps saying, Cameron is recovering. He's not here because Cameron is recovering. Baby, he don't give a damn. So y'all need to have a therapist there to talk things through. But back to the foolishness. Claire says she debated about coming. Now, my thing is, you, Lauren, and Orion should not have been invited. You should have stayed home. But then again, we wouldn't have a show because nothing else is going on. And here comes Orion talking about, so I feel like me and Lauren, we're not on the same level as all the other couples or all the other people. But, ultimately, I feel proud about where we are. And where exactly are you, Orion? Huh? Where exactly are you and Lauren? And Lauren, you know what? Sometimes I need you to speak up and just say, where are we, Orion? Because I didn't know that we were anywhere. Because the last time I heard from you was when they sat us next to each other at Michael's second makeshift wedding and forced me to speak to you. Where exactly are we? Don't just let him get away with that. So he's sitting there talking about, I'm just really looking forward to being open and creating a different narrative. I'm just glad you're here, Lauren. She said, oh, good to be seen. Baby, I know that's right, honey. She ain't say good to see you too. She said good to be seen. I caught that. Lauren did say that she does not want to talk to him because she gets her hopes up. But why though? Why do you get your hopes up? He's shown and proven to be a waste of time. Why would you get your hopes up? You know what? As I was watching this, I really thought that at that moment, they should have placed one of those black screens right there with the caption that stated in white, bold letters, due to the unfortunate turn of events, shout out to Clint, we are going to be ending this season early. We realize that this is not the type of programming that you guys have been getting from us for the past 16 seasons. So for that, we bid you adieu. This is our decision day. It's all or nothing. I'm sorry. It's always something. And we're done. That's a wrap. Everybody take your mics off. Orion, get the hell away from Lauren. Child, this is a mess. Baby, this is a fool. Moving forward. So she was just basically saying, Orion likes to say things just to save face, and then he likes to look good in front of people, but it's not the truth. Absolutely. Him and Brennan and Austin and Chloe, everybody's just here to pretend to be nice on camera. They've seen the blueprint. They've seen what the people say on the Twitter about those that we don't like, i.e. Alyssa, i.e. Chris from season 12, and they don't want to be a Chris and Alyssa. They don't want to be a Kralissa. So for that, they're pretending to be something that they're not, giving all of these PC answers and pretending like they like these people when they don't. So baby, everybody getting ready for bed, right? Austin and Becca, they get in the bed, they cuddling up a little bit. 1 hour later, we see Austin get out of bed with the covers. Okay, now he got the big old duvet and everything. He's getting out of the bed saying that he's going to sleep in the big bedroom and she can come if she wants to. If she wants to. Oh, baby, he got his nerve. So then she says, so I asked him if we were going to do something and he said, I don't know. Oh, honey, I would not have even asked him. After he said to me, come if you want, and I wasn't going to come if I came with him, I would not have, child, please. I would have rolled over and started watching TV and scrolling social media. Baby, it's not there, Becca. This is one big sleepover for Austin. And he probably going to be downstairs while you sleep playing basketball. Leave Austin alone. He don't want it, Becca. He just doesn't want it. So he's telling her he loves her, but treating her like an annoying gnat. Austin, let me tell you something. I'm speaking directly to you, honey. You just need to keep it real, because why are you going to a bigger bed when the one that you're in is big enough? It's given to me. I need space, and I don't want Becca trying to cop a feel in the middle of the night. I don't feel like being a big spoon, a little spoon. I just don't want to be in here. That's what it's giving me. He is letting you know, girl, there will be no sex. She was like, well, he was drunk. That's even worse, because they love some drunk sex, baby, if they don't love nothing else. Day 5 of marriage. Chloe and Michael. So they're waking up. He has her coffee ready, and I was like, oh, Michael, that is so sweet. But you better make sure that you can keep that up, because she looks like she probably will be expecting that from here on out. Again, Chloe is apologizing for her attitude moving in, but after she got some sleep, she feels like she feels better. This is not going to work, and let me tell you why. She is too much at all times. He talks a little bit too much for her. All she's been doing is dumping on him, and he's trying to prove his worth. It's not going to work. It's exhausting. I'm exhausted just watching it. So I know it's exhausting being a part of it. She's saying, he's been a wonderful support system. He's really been there for me. I can really count on him. Okay, girl. So they're going to their apartments, right? Michael is already warning her, girl, that closet might be a lot. I'm just telling you now. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Lauren and Chloe go play basketball, where they stand around and they talk with the ball in their hands. So they start talking, and Claire was like, I was just a little bit apprehensive about coming at first, but now I'm really enjoying it. I really do need the support. She said she felt a way because Cameron was, retreating into his shell, and she's the type of person that needs other people, but she's trying not to take it personal that he doesn't want to talk to her. Oh, but you should. You should take it personal, because like I told you, Claire, he is hiding from you. Lauren, on the other hand, is like, well, we're not exactly in the space that you and Cameron are, because y'all are good. But me and Orion, yeah, we are not on any terms, good or bad. But when he speaks to the group and he's addressing me like we're cool, I'm just like, what are you doing? Finally, Lauren comes to the realization that she does not need to be friends with him, because she would get absolutely nothing from it. It ain't no way that I talk to Orion. It would cause me to lose brain cells. It's just another attempt at camera time. There's no reason to talk to him. The closure that you needed came when he lied on you to Pastor Calvin. That should have been all the closure that you needed. Chloe and Michael. So they get to Chloe's apartment. Michael is looking around. Baby, Michael came in there shopping like he was at Home Goods, talking about, listen, bring the gold pineapple, bring that pink globe. Do you have anything with like words on it? I said, Michael, this is not Home Goods, sir. Then he starts with this HGTV rhetoric. She's actually got some nice pieces, and she may be a closet maximalist. What I've learned from her space. I was like, sir, what are you talking about? So they go into her bedroom. She's trying to put on this duvet. Why? I don't know. Girl, if you ain't make up your bed before you left, you wasn't going to make it up. He's having intrusive thoughts. I was like, baby, this is so chaotic. She was underneath this duvet. She dived in and said she might be having a cardiac arrest if you don't come in. I don't know what was going on. With all the chaos, he actually was a little turned on by it. I said, okay, it's getting weird. It's getting weird. So, baby, he looks over there on the dresser, right? And he sees her pearl necklace and asks her to put it on. Child, Chloe was literally clutching her pearls because she wants to be the only person in them. Not you, Michael. Don't touch her pearls. Don't touch her pearls. Oh, honey, this is too much. So after he tried on the pearl, child, they get to Michael's place. Michael has both a cat and a dog. She has 2 pups of her own, so she was excited to see the babies. He's showing her around, and they get to the closet. Now, Michael does have a lot of clothes, but the way he was like zhuzhing it up, I thought it was going to be excessive. But, you're a grown man. You have clothes. I like a man that has a closet, because some of these men have an Austin closet. Austin probably got 3,000 hats, 2 Hanes Herway shirts, a pair of briefs, and some long pants. That's probably what goes on in there. I love a man with a closet, baby. And at least it was organized. He had an overflow closet as well. And Chloe was like, oh, the overflow. Okay, great. Michael then pulls out this pink jacket. And he's like, Liz, this was definitely made for you. Michael, you're giving Project Runway. Make it work. I used to love Project Runway, but only the Project Runway that came on Lifetime. When they switched channels, I could not get into it. I just could not. But when they were on Lifetime, baby, that was good TV. You just had to be there. And Michael is definitely giving Project Runway vibes. I can see him. I can just see it. He also gives me New York vibes. He's very edgy. I don't think that Chloe is feeling Michael's metrosexual style of dress, because I can see that she's judging and freaking out on the inside. And if he pulled out one more skirt, she was going to explode. I could just see, I could see steam coming out of her ears. Michael, I'm telling you right now, leave my damn accessories and my skirts alone now. Don't touch my stuff. Do not touch my stuff. Honey, been stretched out my damn skirts. Becca and Austin. So Becca and Austin are going to what I thought was an escape room, but it was actually a place to get a massage. Honey, they should have escaped because that place was creepy. They go into this room. Austin was more excited about the hats. They get into this sauna, and this man starts beating Austin with this thing. And I was like, this seems like the start of one of those movies. Y'all know what movies I'm talking about? And Becca was just sitting there while Austin was having the time of his life. Sir, how do you light up when a man is beating you, but your wife wants to lay down and have you do things with her and you're just looking? Okay. So they move from there to an actual massage. I'm sorry, but I would be pissed at Austin. I wouldn't have even entertained him after sleeping in that other room. I hope Emily is on the after party so I can find out what Becca thought about it. Emily tell all their business. I can't wait to see her on that after party. Emily, I hope you tell us what Becca was saying about Austin going to that second bedroom, because you know she ain't gonna tell us. Austin and his stupid hats are getting on my nerves. And Becca, put it away, honey. He's not going to take it. Lock it up, okay? Put your hot pocket away, because he's not going to do anything with it. Child, I wish I would sit there and skin and grin with him after he basically rejected me on national TV countless times. It shouldn't take that much. Chloe and Michael. So they're getting ready to meet with Pastor Cal, and Michael is asking Chloe to borrow her earrings. Sir, please. Okay? She doesn't like that you want to wear her things. So please stop. So Pastor Cal arrives, and he's telling them that they look great together. No, they don't. They look mismatched. She's giving corporate with this blazer. And is that velvet? Honey, it's a corporate blazer. And he's giving edgy, and, you know, it's giving edgy and hip. They don't match. So they're talking, and Chloe could not wait to tell Pastor Cal that Michael was wearing her jewelry, child. He was like, well, she was wearing my stuff as well. Michael, it's not the same. Okay? It's not the same. Pastor Cal couldn't even get his words out. He said, well, what do you feel about that? She said, you know, I've just never had a man asking to wear my jewelry. Like, he's not the kind of man that I would have ever chosen for myself, because he leans so heavily into his femininity. So it's really going to take me some time. So then Pastor Cal tries to spin it, talking about, man, it's really unfortunate that if you're caring or if you're nurturing or you're sensitive, it's considered feminine. No, sir. That's not this. You can be caring, nurturing, and sensitive and all of that. But beating me to my earrings on the morning that I got to wear them to a big meeting at work, that's not the same thing. He wants to wear her things. And he himself says he leans into his femininity. So don't try to spin it and make it seem like she's making it a negative. She simply said that she hasn't been with anyone that leans so heavily into it. And you steady calling him, he's a very peculiar character. He's very unique. He's a very unique human being. That's not nice either. I wouldn't want you sitting in front of me calling me a unique human being. What the hell does that mean? So she cleaned it up and said that she was doing everything that she could, but it didn't work. But they gave her Michael, who she wouldn't have chosen for herself. But she did ask for a man with a heart of gold, and that's exactly what they gave her. Now, as I'm listening to Chloe talk, aka lie, she got a little lying problem, and smile, Chloe, you are pretending. You just want to appear nice on camera. You don't want to hurt Michael's feelings, because he is an awesome guy. He really is. And you would be looked at as a real bia if you decided to be mean to him for no reason when he supported you. But not one answer that you gave to Pastor Calvin was true to how you really feel, and you ain't fooling me. Now, I personally think Michael doesn't come across as less of a man. He's confident with who he is, and he just likes to experiment. Just stay out of my top drawer. I'm telling you right now, don't go in my top drawer. As long as you stay out of my top drawer, we good. Chloe should have just said she wasn't comfortable with it. Just say it, Chloe. No, I'm not comfortable with that. I don't like that. Don't do that. So then Michael says, you know what? We just need to foster an emotional connection. Chloe said that they're building momentum. So then Pastor Cal is like, well, I want you to want each other. Well, she wants him to not want her jewelry. So just hold on. Pump your brakes. Michael is just not her cup of tea. But he did say that she gets his mojo going. Pastor Cal was like, yeah, well, I want you to desire each other even if you aren't acting on it. So then he goes, y'all do have permission to have sex. You know that, right? Sex? Child, Chloe cannot even get a full night's sleep yet. Please let them take one step at a time. And I will say this again. Lauren and Michael should have been matched. She would have appreciated everything about him. When I say everything, I mean everything. They should have been matched, and I ain't changing it. I said what I said, and I ain't changing it. Moving forward. Oh, and if things don't work out, Michael gonna plan a heist for Chloe's jewelry, so you better lock it up. You better have a safe with a code. No, I'm just kidding. But Emma, I like that he's comfortable in his skin, though. I'm just playing with you. I like that you're comfortable in your skin, but not many women will feel comfortable with a man wearing her skirts and her jewelry. Let's just keep it real. So for everybody that's finna get in the uproar, like he can be himself. Yes, he can. But it takes a special woman to appreciate him, i.e. Lauren, Emily, and Brennan. So they're going ATV riding because Emily thought this was a good idea. Girl, why are you still trying to do things along with this man? Okay. So they're going up this mountain, right? And as they're going up the mountain, I see that Brennan is going super fast. And so Emily is kind of trying to catch up with him. So as she's doing that, she hits a bump and her head just starts gushing blood. They pan over to her. She's like laying on her side, just as calm as she can be. I mean, it's just blood everywhere. Brennan was there holding her hand. He did do that. So I'm gonna give him points for that. But that's probably because he didn't want to look crazy on camera if he didn't. But nonetheless, he did. They call 911. The medics rushed to her side. And I was like, this is very serious. That's dangerous. Let me just tell y'all something. People have hit their heads and 3 days later, they pass away. Now, I know that Emily is okay because she's been on the after party wreaking havoc and acting a fool. But I think that Emily may want to take it easy with the excursions. First, you hurt your wrist and now your head. Girl, just stick to the rec room at the retreat. And baby, she was calmer than me because I would have been screaming. Only to make things worse, but I still would have been screaming and panicking and losing my damn mind. And that was the end of the episode. Y'all. Episode 16. Sweet 16. We're going to move it on along. If anything happens on the after party, y'all comment down below and let me know. And let me know if you want me to review it. Because I'm only going to review it if it's juicy. If not, child, I can't be bothered with it. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.